So this is week 4 of our new coach call series. So if you're just like a new coach or you're just hopping on, this series will probably make more sense come next month. So every month this kind of repeats itself. So week 1, the first Monday of the month, is really going over the value of Beachbody On Demand, your challenge groups, and helping your clients see success. Week 2 is going to be social media and sharing this with other people. Week 3 is handling objections, which we talked about last week. And then tonight is, like I said in the event, it's like the Hail Mary. Like, now it's time to give it your all. If you're not sitting at Success Club yet and that's your goal, this call is just meant for you to kind of make a decision and just be like, I'm gonna make it happen. So we have 4 days. I don't know if I did that math right. I think there's 4 days left in the month. And I will tell you, there has been times as a coach, especially in like my first year, I remember a couple of times sitting at Success Club Zero on the last day of the month. And for me personally, Allie always told me, so Allie is my coach, and she always told me, she's like, Success Club is your non-negotiable in this business. It's you helping 3 new people a month. It's you making an impact. And she's like, that's like your bare minimum. And I was like, okay. I'm like, whatever Allie tells me to do, I'm just going to do, because clearly she's doing something right. And I kind of set that as the bare minimum of my business. So when you hit Emerald and you hit Success Club, which means you've helped 3 people with a challenge pack in the month, you actually qualify for free leads from Beachbody the following month. So this week, rank changes happen Wednesday night at midnight, and it's the last Wednesday of the month. So if you wake up Emerald Thursday and then you hit Success Club by the end of the month, you'll have free leads. And these free leads just literally pop up in your online office. They're great. I've reached out to them. I've helped them with challenge packs. They've become my clients, and they are all over the US, the UK, Canada, and everything. When you help 5 people, so say you help 5 people with challenge packs and your Emerald, you get paid leads from Beachbody. And basically, say Jessica goes onto beachbody.com and buys Shakeology or buys a challenge pack. If you are if you're at Success Club 10, which is helping 5 people, you will get commission for that order, even though you've never spoken to them before. Beachbody sees that you are in that lead wheel, and they're like, okay, this next one is yours. And they give you the commission, and then you have the customer, and you can start to form a relationship with them. So that is pretty cool. Depending on the month, there could be a ton of leads. I think Allie in like March I think she calculated almost $1,000 in leads from that. And that was, or maybe that was May. That was the huge rush of like COVID and gyms shutting down and everything. It was insane. But there's definitely a benefit there. So I just kind of wanted to map that out. But I wanted to take this call, and this will be a quick one because in 20 some minutes, we have a call with Megan, which is amazing. But basically, a couple things I wanted to say. If you're here on this call, it's obviously because you have goals and you want to know, or you want help hitting Success Club. If you're brand new on this call, I want you to know it's okay if it doesn't happen your first month. Like, I just need to put that out there because like you're still taking everything in and learning the ropes and stuff. So just keep that in mind, but you can remember and take these tips that I'm going to share with you. Okay. Number 1, what I want to say to you is that if you think it's hard, it will be hard. Like, and I know you're probably like, well, then no, that doesn't make sense. But I swear to God, if you are tackling something and you're looking at it like this big steep hill, and you're like, well, I'm probably not going to be able to do it, or I won't be able to do it because it's going to be too hard and there's no one to help, then there's no one to help. Like, your mindset is completely getting in the way. And I can tell you that there's proof, like our team is proof that there are so many people out there to help. And you need to just believe that you will do it. I've always just told myself, like, especially when I talk to some of my coaches and they're like, well, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's 4 days left and you can do it. You just need to tell yourself, I'm just going to do it. You're just going to figure it out. You're just going to figure it out. And that's what I always tell myself in this business. I'm just going to commit and I'm just going to figure it out later. So you need to believe, first off, that you can. Like, if you need to write it down on a piece of paper or like write it on the wall and just be like, I'm at Success Club 6, just do it. And then you're just going to look at it every day and you're just going to believe it. And then it's 3 people. So maybe you're at Success Club 2, maybe you're at Success Club 4, maybe you're at 0, but I'll share some tips and I will share a graphic that I have of ideas of who to start connecting with over the next 4 days. The number one thing you can do is take action. The number one thing you can do is take action. You can't just put up a post and think that people are gonna flock and join. Because I can tell you 5 years in, I can't just put up a post right now and or put up a poll. You know who answered my poll on my Instagram stories yesterday? Me. Just me. Right? So the magic really happens in conversations that you have with people. And this is a people business. Like, we're here to serve people and help them and stuff. And we can't just do that by putting up a post. So if you haven't started connecting with people, I will share like ways to do that. But you just have to rip the Band-Aid off and you have to make it about them, about helping them, and not make it about you. And sometimes that can be like when you get to the end of the month, you want to hit your goals and stuff and you're pushing, which is amazing, but you still need to remember and keep at the forefront when you talk to people, it's about them. It's not about you selling a challenge pack to get 2 points. It's literally about you helping them get started and you being interested in them instead of being interesting in the pack that you have to sell. Okay, so take action, make the decision to go all in. Here's a couple tips for you. What if today you made the decision to go all in? If you haven't, you made the decision. I hear feet coming down the stairs. Oh, they're going back up. Dad found them. Okay, so what if you made the decision to go all in with your health and fitness right now? And maybe you haven't done that. Maybe you've been like a little wishy-washy on the fence. I get life, like we're not perfect as coaches. We are not perfect by all means. I've gone up and I've gone down. But what if you were like, okay, today I'm going to give it my all? Because I can tell you, when you are committed to your nutrition and you're committed to your fitness, your business is easier. It's more fluid. You have things to share. You're excited. You're getting results. You're proud of yourself. Right? So even though it just seems like 4 days between now and the end of July, that could be a win that you can share with people for committing if you haven't. So like, draw a line in the sand today and say, like, this week I'm going all in with my health and my fitness, and like nothing is going to get in my way, and I'm going to share that. And then I want you to take the opportunity to talk about, if you're in round 1 of MBF right now and you're in our team challenge group, you guys, that's your challenge group. And sometimes I think people, like coaches, will get in there, but they don't feel like they can share stuff about it or share things because maybe you don't feel like it's yours. If you're a coach on the team, that is your group. Those are your people. You're a part of it. So you're a part of something bigger. So just talking about that, maybe screenshotting some things that people are saying in the group, like take their name out and take their picture, but just showing people that other people are doing this with you and that they're loving it, that it's not just about you, right? That you're part of a bigger picture, and when people join, they're joining something. Okay, what else do I have here? I want to challenge you tomorrow, I'm going to say, to, if you haven't done this, if your posts have been, and this is why I call this like the Hail Mary call, but if your posts have kind of been like, this is what I ate, I got my workout in, which is great. That's what we all do as new coaches, like documenting our journey. I always say, like, use your social media as your blog, literally, and learn out loud. And we'll talk more about that through our new Coach Call series, but literally sharing what you're learning, because that's valuable for other people. But I want to challenge you to share your story. And I want to challenge you to put up something about your story tomorrow, because that is relatable. And that's like, where were you before you got started and where are you now? And I don't just mean in terms of pounds and inches, but like, what has changed for you? What, and be a little vulnerable, right? Like, people don't relate to perfect. So don't be afraid. And maybe you're like, well, I don't know what to talk about. Just do a brain dump of things that coaching or your fitness journey has helped you with. And maybe that's confidence, and whatever that is, it's going to be different for everybody. So I can't tell you what to share, but I encourage you to put up a post tomorrow and share your story, not with asking someone to join you, but just sharing something authentically about you that this journey has done for you. And maybe that story connects and relates to somebody else that has also been following you. Because even if you're not talking to people, or even if people aren't commenting and liking on your stuff, they're watching. And I can't tell you how many times I have reached out and connected or invited somebody that has never commented on my stuff. And they're like, oh my God, I've been watching you for 2 years and I've been wanting to message you, but I haven't like worked at the courage. I need your help. So sharing your story authentically, I really, really encourage that from your like fitness journey kind of standpoint. I'm going to share a graphic. I'm going to screen share and share a graphic. And I hear more footsteps. Oh, I always think that my kids will bombard when I try to hide down in the basement. I'm going to share a graphic, and this graphic some of it will relate to you guys if you've been coaching for a bit, and some of it might not because you're brand new, but you will find it helpful, I think. But here's the deal. These are all things that you can do. You shift your mindset. Maybe listen to a podcast. If you are commuting to work right now, please use that time to plug into the Beachbody National Wake Up Call, or a podcast. If you need recommendations, I have lots. Use that to fuel your mindset, so you start the day being like, I can do this. Like, you will feel like a badass when you like put that stuff into your mind. I swear to God, like, I will listen to a podcast while I'm doing my hair and makeup in the morning, and right away I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, I'm ready. So I encourage you to do that if you're commuting. But what this is going to take between now and the end of the month is taking action. So you can put up the posts, and please do, and share that you're a part of something bigger, but it's going to take you connecting with people and actually messaging people, actually like reaching out. And I'll be honest, there's been times at the end of the month where I'm like, I gotta talk to 100 people. Like, but if you're a newer coach, you probably have a warm market of people that you can talk to that maybe you haven't connected with yet. So the graphic I'm gonna share is gonna give you some ideas, and you just need to believe that you can do it and have the desire and passion to want to help other people. Because when you lead with that mindset, you will find your people to help. It's not about needing people. We don't need people, because that is like scarcity. You just are going to be sharing this with everybody that you want to share it with. Okay, I haven't checked the chat or anything. I'm going to screen share and I'll go through this, and then I'll just kind of open it up for questions if you guys have any questions. So I made this for, I think we had like an Emerald push at one point, and I had shared this graphic, and I can put it in the event in our team page too. Okay, so top tip, be yourself, share with others why you're excited. I remember when I got started as a coach, and actually Kylie, I think I invited to coach in like 2015. She joined this weekend, so I'm so excited. But I remember like reaching out to you, like I literally just led with excitement. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm so excited. And like, I was so excited for the journey ahead. And I didn't even have a story yet. Like, I didn't have a fitness journey or anything like that. I was just really excited to be a part of something and to help other people feel the excitement I felt. So, here's a few people that you can start connecting with tonight. And it's going to take action, right? You have to do the things. So, connecting with your closest friends and family. Don't overlook these people. You have the opportunity to help the people that are closest to you. My mom, I think I got her hooked up with like Slim and Six when we had DVDs. Like that's one of our oldest programs. We don't even have DVDs anymore. Now she has TV Mindset. And it says like, if you opened a restaurant, would you ask your family to come eat at it? So you're opening a business, would you ask your family to support you? They're not going, if you invited them to your restaurant, they're not going to expect for you to pay for it all, right? Tell them that you would love to have their support, that you're so excited about this. Okay, your dream team. I think Kylie was on my dream team in 2015. Who do you want to travel with? Go on leadership retreats with? Who would you have so much fun building this business with? Invite them to coach with you. And you might be like, oh my God, but I'm a brand new coach and I don't know anything about coaching. That's the best part. You get to learn together. I remember texting my best friend and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to run these groups and we're going to have a lot of fun. And you're my neighbor. I think you should do it. We're going to get in shape and we'll just go through the training together. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And she's like, okay, it sounds like fun. So she joined and we literally we started this from day one. People who like and comment on your posts. This is probably the most engaging one that I really recommend you do. You can look back at the past week and a half or past month if you haven't been doing this and just reach out to them. And you can lead two ways. You can say like, hey, whoever, thanks so much for the love of my post. It means a lot. I'm so excited about this next steps in my journey. I'm a little nervous, but I can't wait to share it with other people and just share what it's done for me. Your support means the world. Simple. You're not asking for anything in return. You're literally thanking them for supporting you on your journey. You can also add, I am so excited because I'm starting the next round of my bootcamp, the program I'm doing this coming Monday. I would love to see a familiar face in there and I would love to have you do this with me. Can I send you some info? Simple, right? This is recorded, so you can go back and listen to what I'm saying. And if they say, yes, send me some info, I always flip it and I say, I can totally send you the details. I'm so excited about this. Are you working out at all right now? Totally fine if you're not. And I just kind of learn a little bit about them before I'm like, this is everything you get. So reach out to everyone and don't prejudge. Don't look at them and be like, no, they're not going to be interested. Or no, I can't reach out to that person. I'm telling you, you never know what someone is going through. And it's not on you to decide whether or not they need it. Who is watching your stories? So if you've been posting stories, you have people that are watching them. You can look to see who they are and you can reach out and just tell them you're super excited about what's next. I don't know if you saw my post. I am helping people get started on Monday. I'd love to have you do this with me. I'm seriously going to crush it. What do you think? Can I send you some info? Or do you want to jump in with us? Your followers. You have on Instagram and maybe on Facebook, you might have 200 followers that follow your Instagram page. Those are people. They're in your bubble. Reach out to them again and say thank you and connect with them. Your challengers. So this is another great one. If you've been coaching for a while, so if you are watching this call, maybe you've been a coach for a while, you actually get Success Club points when someone gets a challenge pack that hasn't gotten one in 6 months. So for example, if I have somebody that maybe joined and did the work that came out in October and they crushed it and they loved it, and maybe they've been getting their Shakeology this whole time or whatever. And I'm like, girl, you need to do MBF with me. I'm obsessed with it. Literally, I think I'm gonna do it the rest of the year. I love it so much. But I would ask them, like, you need to do this with me. Have you thought about jumping in with us? The packs are insane. They literally, we're giving away 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. It's insane. And if she were to join, that would be 2 Success Club points because she hasn't gotten a challenge pack in 6 months. So that's really good if you've been coaching longer. That's people to follow up with. And then the last 2 are follow-ups. So you have people, and we talked about this last week, you have people that have said no, that maybe the timing wasn't right, or they couldn't afford it, or something in their life had come up and they said no. You need to follow up with them, and you need to re-invite them, because you never know where they're at or what has happened. For me, what I do is I have a pen and paper and a notebook, and I literally, when I am doing my invites and I'm reaching out and sharing this with people, when they write back and say that they'd like some details, I write down their name. They've engaged with me, even if they've never joined. And then I can go back. I might even have my notebook here. Then I can go back to them and I can say, hey, I know May wasn't right. The timing wasn't right in May. I wanted to follow up and check back because I'm planning a 3-week boot camp and it's friggin' epic. And whatever, use your words and tell them why you're excited about it and re-invite them. And if they say no, that's okay. But maybe they say yes. And I invited Lauren Keller to coach with me 18 times. And now she's a star diamond on the team because I saw so much potential in her. And I was like, I'm not giving up on you. But this is like, literally, I just jot down names in a notebook. And then I always have people to go back to. That's my tracking system. I don't have like a CRM. I probably should, but this is who I am. It's pen and paper. And go follow up with all those people. Follow up with everybody that said no. Everybody that said not right now. You never know. Maybe the timing is better. Maybe they're at a point in their life that they do want to do this. And then finally, if you've ever sent share carts, if you've been a coach for a while, you've probably done this, where you send a share cart, which is how we sign people up, and they don't complete it. It happens. Like, I have a bunch that are probably still sitting there. People open them and then they're like, they get cold feet or whatever. You can look at your old share carts and you can follow up with those people and you can re-invite them. So these are kind of all the things. And at the bottom, I said, don't forget to ask for referrals from your friends and family or from your clients that you've helped so far. And then also I put a little note down here to make sure your profile is public. So your Facebook and Instagram is public because your posts can be shared. And I remember when I started, I would send my mom and my sister a message. I'd be like, can you guys share my post? Because I really wanted to grow my network and I wanted to reach more people. So I reached out to the people that were the closest to me. And I was just like, I would love for you to go share the post that I just put up. That would mean a lot. Like my mom and my sister, they're like, okay, cool. Like we'll do whatever. But you need to have your profile public, and that really helps you connect with more people too. Okay, so we have 4 minutes, and I know that was a lot, and you guys were probably maybe hoping that I tell you like, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, sign someone up. You just need to do the things, talk with the people, and be excited to share it with them. And when someone says, like, sometimes you will have people that will be on the fence, and maybe they'll be on the fence for weeks. And they're like, oh, I just don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You're the coach. And what I say to those people, a lot of times they lack belief in themselves. Like they're not committing because they probably committed to something in the past, never followed through, burnt the money, and they're like, what's the point? I say to them, I'm like, look, I wouldn't be here 5 years in if I didn't believe in this. Give me 3 weeks And if you hate it, return it all and get your money back. Even if you drink all of your supplements, because we have an empty bag supplement policy. I'm like, even if all your supplements are gone and 3 weeks in, you're like, Lindsay, I hate this. It's not for me. Return it all. But I'm like, what if this is the thing for you? And this does help you. Wouldn't it be worth it? Right? Sometimes you got to step up and you got to be the coach for them because they don't believe in themselves enough. So that's kind of it. We have 2 minutes. I didn't have time to check chat. I don't think there's anything like that. But who has a goal for Success Club this month? Okay. You can make it happen and I will be here. If you get a conversation and you're like, I don't know how to reply to this, what do I say? Take a screenshot. Even if you're not my personally sponsored coach, take a screenshot of it, send it to me. I'm off. Well, the kids are off to summer camp all day tomorrow. I will be here. Right? I will be here on Thursday too. My kids are off to summer camp. So if somebody replies and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to this, like send it to me or post it in the team page. The entire team, all the leaders are amazing. They're super helpful. And that's what we're here for. And I want you guys, like if you make the decision that Success Club is a goal that you want to hit, I want to help you do that. And also you win fun prizes and you get a chance to be in a test group. So, I mean, that's pretty epic. I'm like, the fact that new coaches can get into test groups is amazing. So yeah, that is all, you guys. I don't even have time for questions. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, you can feel free to post in the event or in the team page. Now we got to hop off and we got to go on our team call with Megan. Bye, guys.
Bye.